Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, where we just finished day 1 of the trial and we're about to start day 1 of investigation. I love that they changed it up a little bit like that. I don't believe they've done that before. So that was kind of neat. In the middle of a space center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. Right. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Yeah, I forgot to go back and look at the first trial, because I'm sure that some of that stuff is going to factor in here. Someone reminded me that we know Detective Arm is in that case. I'd completely forgotten about that. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber. Right, we had to fix that. Okay, so is this my little, recap? They're probably not going to tell me everything that would be useful, though. Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. And I won! We managed to clear Miss Wood's name. Poor Apollo. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted Tonate. Yeah, Apollo has had a rough go of it this game. Life is bad enough when you work for Phoenix. But even beyond that, he has had just horrible luck. Apollo is a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy, being attacked by Tonate like that on top of all his other injuries. Wait, so is this after that? Apollo is resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic. I've had some experience with that place myself. All of it good! What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. You must miss him too, huh? Not you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating. Yeah. Wait. Alright, enough of this, people! This is no time to be moping around. Now dry those eyes, both of you. You're the only one who's crying, Athena. Technicalities, look, we have work to do. We have to take over. Take over what exactly? Oh! Oh? Apollo Space Center case, of course. As no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy? Apollo isn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. Okay, I guess I just was confused about the timing of events. So we are now present day. This is after the first case we did. But wait, is this after he quit? Right? Good, now that's settled. Let's get going. Come on, we gotta run. Wait, right now? We'd better not be running the whole way. Here she goes. I'd better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy? Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm going to bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you. Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. Can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm. Oh, she's back. Don't mind me, I just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag. Sounds more like you forgot everything. Can always count on Athena for that, too. Alright, you two. Let's be careful out there. Alright. Or is this December 19th? Is this... No, this is after we won that case. I'm confused. I think that might be the point. Or maybe the point is don't play this game over 2 months. So this is before Apollo quit? After the trial, but before Apollo quit. I think. So our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous, even I've heard of him. That's right, he's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago. You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix Wright, Apollo's mentor, right? Yes, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered. And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere? Huh? You mean, other than at your trial? I don't think so. Wait a second. I guess so. My mistake. Wait. Is this related to Athena's backstory? Because we know she has something going on, and we haven't touched on that at all. Interesting. My memory isn't what it used to be. No, I think it is what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft. Yikes, he's seriously got to stop depressing himself. Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Beside, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere, that just means we'd shine like shooting stars, right? Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flat. Yeah, don't. I thought the same thing, actually. I'm like, I was actually waiting for Starbuck to put a negative spin on that. Oh yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1 to the stratosphere and beyond. Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Is that really all it takes? Did you know I'm a lawyer? So, what do you think about this? Why does everyone get so depressed looking at my badge? The evidence is gonna get me convicted. No, it's my attorney's badge. I was hoping it would reassure you that we're here to defend you, and that I'm a real lawyer. Evidence isn't just for the prosecution, it can help prove a person's innocence too. That's a positive spin on things. I thought that was common knowledge. Is there anything I'd like to show him? I think it probably makes more sense to talk to him first. We'll come back to that. Tell me about the case. Because I just got here. So you have no memory at all of the incident. I'm so ashamed. My memory of that time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula. Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial? He did, I don't think intentionally though. You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. Never took any medication, I swear. It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know. Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle. That must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity. He seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know. But the tranquilizers are found in your system. Right. Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you? Exactly, that's what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it. Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket. That would make sense. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small, like about the murder weapon, for example. Here's a knife with blood on it. Please tell me more about it. That knife, I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah, staff who work on machinery are a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. Okay. From a set of utility tools used by Space Center techs. Okay. Tell me about the Hat 1 miracle. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner, but I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer. No wonder they dubbed it the Hat 1 miracle. It's a miracle you made it back. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on and forever, and ever, and never, 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 without end. Whoa. There's nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come and save me. I was all alone. All alone. With nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. Yeah, no kidding. Tell me about outer space. Just kind of look up and there it is. Okay. With the experience you had, weren't you dreading the mission? What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity at escape velocity and spin around weightless. But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid? I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is a man's final frontier, an unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. The victim, Clay Train, he was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? What wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that, but Clay did think of me as his mentor. The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been. With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now... Clay must have been very encouraging, huh? Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine," I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine. You're fine? Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all the time too. And I always feel encouraged too whenever I hear him shout it. Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like a part of the staff. One time during zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine," over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. Yeah, that would be helpful. That's why they had to push Apollo away for this trial. Okay, I'm onto something here. I was gonna say, I feel like I've said a lot of words so far, but I have not grasped anything that is going to help. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows. Don't let him get to you. You're fine. Solomon Saul Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be alright. Huh? And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too. I really have to. Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you. Phoenix Wright is fine. We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict. Sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation to the Space Center started. Pronto. Good idea. Let's go. Is there anything I'd like to show him? Clay carried me out and saved me. But after all that, to be killed with this blade. The fact that the killer might be me. Now he's got you sighing, boss. Anything else useful? Explosion sparked fire on the second floor. Evacuation report. Do you know anything about this piece of evidence? No, sorry, I'm so useless. Ugh. No, it's alright. There's no need to get all depressed. Anything else? Clay always used to cheerfully greet me in a loud voice. He did vocal exercises every morning, sometimes until he was hoarse, right? Exactly. You could always hear him, even through the wall. Hey, wait a minute. Did you know Clay? No, but like attracts like, as they say. Just go, maybe just blitz through these. Okay, same thing. No, alright. Nope, okay. What haven't I done yet? I don't remember. I think that was the first one I did. Nope! I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so nothing there. Clearly it's time to run away. Oop. That didn't open anything up. Okay. Well, that's new. Let's go here. Cosmos Space Center. Oh, I was wondering what kind of place the Space Center would be. I want to go get my picture taken. Is it space tree? I think it's supposed to. Oh, there's the eyes. Yeah, it's supposed to be an alien, but I initially saw like the trunk of a tree, and then like the leaves for a tree, and then I saw the arm come out and the two dots on top for eyes. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. Yeah, did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look how brightly the Gaiaxa logo shines on the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going. Gaiaxa, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program? Yeah, but why this strange acronym? I mean, what is Gaia supposed to stand for? Galaxy? If that were it, the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, asks me, I'd have abbreviated to GAXA, or even Gaia. The Fierce Knight. I guess so. Oh, I know, maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. No, everything would have been the letter X. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Wait, what game was that from? What does he reference? I don't remember. Ugh. Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic scooter full speed ahead. Is it Old Bag? Nope, not Old Bag. Close! Yikes! Who's this geezer and what's he want? Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of space science. What? Pardon me, but you are... My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The center of the cosmos. Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing. This person is the Space Center's director, and that means... Aha! So you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you? And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos. Detective Candace Arm. That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. What? But this talk of the incident, are you by any chance the space police? Yes! I am Galactic Detective Borgin. And this is my partner, Felicia. You can't tack the word space onto any old thing, you know. No, do it! Do it! This is if someone asks you if you're a god, say yes. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We're here to investigate his case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. No, we're space lawyers. I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead. Have at it. I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble. I kind of got that impression too. But also not. Don't let him hear you say that or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? Tell me about Yuri Cosmos. So as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically? Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind. Now we're near automata? I believe I used the word specifically in my question. Attention all personnel to your break stations. Prepare for break. Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. That is exactly right. Because I am an important man, my manner is important. Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space. What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? No. Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure to the Hat 1 project. Wait. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead. Have at it. Maybe more impressed if I knew what he did for it, specifically. Tell me about the bombing. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? I refuse. What? Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the Center for the Cosmos. Of the Cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom. What? So that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow? After training for Blackwell? That can't work in our favor at all.
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
Not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. Looks like Dr. Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Then let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. Oh yeah, tell us about this. The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home?
I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you.
He called us young?
Very well, I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid, and Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit, from where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth. The struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1...
Oh, sorry, I had a little something in my throat. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right?
Correct. It truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. For the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
Oh, that's probably important. So what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years.
That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all.
In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential.
A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big.
Our endeavors with the moon rock lives on in our work with those asteroid samples, and to bestow new hope and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from the asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
Do what? To bite your tongue. It's not for anything as so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it.
I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case. That's so.
Well, I'll be on my way. As you can see, I'm a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine. Max battle speed, and engage!
And he's gone. That thing is surprisingly fast. I guess we'd better get going too. You bet. Let's make it so. Alright, we'll pick up our investigation in the next episode. Hope you guys are still enjoying this. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.